there are a whole heap of shops that are selling wholesale around here. You can buy that whole packet of souvenirs for 100. There's also got a whole heap of wallets there. They make great gift ideas for people back home. Bum bags. There's got to be 10, 15 metres of belts there, and then there's about 5 or 6 metres, maybe 8 metres over here as well. I'm not going to stop at every shop and get a price, but just trust me, it is super cheap here. This is Sampeng Market. You'll find a lot of small things here, really cheap, yeah, really cheap. This place just goes on and on and on, right? So it goes all the way down there and it branches off into different directions. And there are a whole heap of shops that are selling wholesale around here. Just as an indication, here's some Thai souvenirs. You can buy that whole packet of souvenirs for 100. That whole packet of souvenirs for 120. All of those, look at all those, for 120. If you were in a souvenir shop, somewhere in a shopping centre, and there's some elephants, people take home elephants, 60 baht, right, for all of them. If you're in a souvenir shop in a shopping centre, or say, Chakkrawat Market, you'd be paying at least 60 each. And they might cut you a deal, oh, you buy 2 or 3 and I'll give them to you for 50 each, right? So this is the place you want to come. You do all your shopping for your souvenirs and your knickknacks here. Don't worry about going anywhere else. It's all here. Little bracelets, if you got nieces or daughters and that type of thing, little bracelets, hair ties, all of those kind of things that young girls want. You know, stuffed toys are so cheap here. It's incredible. And I believe these kind of things are all the rage now. This little fella with a grizzly face, I don't know what he's called, but the Thais love him. They're all the rage now, and you can pay a shitload in a shopping centre for them, but here you can see 90 baht for one of those bigger stuffed toys, and one of the smaller ones there you can get for 40. Have a look at these little earrings. 5 baht, right? 5 baht. Incredible price. All of those hair ribbons there, 20 baht. It's okay, miss, just having a look, thank you. Yep, so all of them. Yeah, you can get that whole lot there for 20 baht, right? You know, these are souvenir style bags, right? So different sizes here, the larger one being 100 baht and the smaller one being 80 baht, right? You know, this branded Bangkok. So this is the place you come when you want to purchase some of your souvenirs. Don't go wasting your money in other areas around Bangkok or Thailand for that matter. Come to Sampeng Market, which is right next to Chinatown, which is called Yawarat, and get a bargain buying these things here. I think you get the drift. This stuff is super cheap here. Now, if you're going to get serious, you can buy one of these as well. You drag around behind you. I'm joking, of course. So I've just come across from the laneway over there to this laneway here, and I just continue along, and I'm just seeing more and more of these cheap goods. No problem finding things that you might need, even down to some of the somewhat military surplus stuff. Right, if you're looking for something with a molly on it or something, I'm sure you'll find it here. You know, fit it to your backpack or whatever. There's also got a whole heap of wallets there. They make great gift ideas for people back home. Bum bags. Lots of other bags. Branded stuff, you know, branded Nike, etc. This is so cheap here. You wouldn't believe how cheap it is. I'm not going to stop at every shop and get a price, but just trust me, it is super cheap here. Lots of belts in there. It's fast. There's got to be 10, 15 metres of belts there, and then there's about 5 or 6 metres, maybe 8 metres over here as well. and it just keeps going through. So let's just move on through now. I'm leaving that street, which has got a whole heap of stuff on it, and I'm going down here now. You know, you might want a satchel for work. Whole heap of them up there. And I can just smell the leather as I'm walking through. Yep, real leather. I can smell genuine leather in here. Look at these glasses. I wonder how much. Taudai
Ideal 50 บาท
Ideal 50 baht.
ราคาทรง24 บาท
Thank you so much. And these ones here are actually lenses with a power on them, so you can buy 3 of them for 25 baht each. Right, so $1 each if you buy 3. You don't need 3, so negotiate from there, right? If you wanted the backup pair of a backup pair of glasses, corrective lenses, knock yourself out. Now, you've got those over there, and then you've got this awesome range of sunglasses that's on this side, also the other side of this display, and on this side and the front of the store. So you can imagine, it's just incredible this size of sunglass and corrective lens glass displays they've got here. Well, I've been walking for 10 minutes and I'm still walking down these lanes, and there's absolutely no end to it. It just keeps going. Every now and again we get a break with a guy like this who's selling a bit of fruit, but it's just more and more and more of the same. Lots of suit material here. Now if you know what you're doing, you can go to a tailor, get measured up, and he will make the suit for you. He'll tell you to go and buy the material yourself, and he will make the suit out of the material that you've purchased. So, as I say, if you know what you're doing. Now, if you're in a place like Pattaya, the tailors are at the back behind Tukkom, Tukkom, and they will make shirts and suits for you. They will tell you to go buy material, or they have material on hand and they'll just show it to you and say, are you happy with this? Now that's completely different to the tailor shops that are on the main streets that are usually manned by people like Indians and people like that actually know what they're doing in terms of selling tailored suits to foreigners. So they'll put the ticket along the way, and you'll end up paying more, and they'll probably upsell you to different materials or whatever. So my preference is to go to a tailor and talk to the tailor about what you're looking for. Now, if you don't speak Thai, that can be an issue, but if you can take someone with you that does, it makes it all the more easier. If you're just happy to look at material and look at suits that they've potentially made and got on hand, you can look at the material, look at the suit, get an idea, and if you show them some photos of material you've looked at in shops, they can find the material and they can get you the suit. And I say you save at least 30%, at least 30%. I've saved more than that on different occasions, and it's a lot easier with shirts than it is with suits, because shirt material isn't quite as diversified as suit material. You know, you basically get a good linen shirt or a good business shirt tailored very, very cheap. I think 50% off the price that you'd normally pay at a street tailor. And you're dealing with the guy who's actually doing all the cutting and the measuring and that type of stuff. So it's not a middleman. Now, if you do go to one on the street, you'll notice once they've made the deal with you, somebody will come along. They'll usually ride in on a motorcycle, they'll do all the measurements, and then they'll ride off. That will actually be the tailor, and the tailor will be working for the guy in the shop rather than you. So do yourself a favour, get around, try to find the actual tailors, the people that are doing the cutting, the sewing, all of that stuff, and work directly with them. And if you're in a corporate role or some role like that you do wear a lot of suits, well, it makes good sense to get them made overseas and get them tailored nicely and develop a relationship with a tailor you can trust. And you'll find that, you know, there'll be times where you need a suit and you can just email them, tell them what you want. They'll show you some things over email, or these days people use WhatsApp or Line, and you'll be able to agree, send some money, and your suit will be in the mail. You won't even have to jump on a plane, which is really convenient. So that's the lane I've just come from, and now I'm about to walk across the road, the main road, and into the next lane as it continues on. Right, so this just continues on and on. If you look to the left and look to the right, you'll see, you know, what remains of the back end of Chinatown, really. This guy's shaking, you remove plaque between teeth. Mi Lao, coconut cup. Me electric, mate. Trying to sell me dental floss. Alright, once you come out of that lane there, you can see the foreigners taking photos. You've got this bridge over here and this canal that we're about to walk over. There's a photo opportunity happening over here, as you can see. There's lots of photo opportunities. We've got the canal running directly underneath me, and over there we've got foreigners, and we've got the canal over there, and we've just come through that lane over here, right? So I'm headed back towards myself now. Bridge behind me, and I'm headed down here. Here we go. Just continuing on more and more and more, and eventually I finally got to where I think is the end of this amazing lane and area behind me that is a discount shopper's paradise, seriously.